What's up, witches? It's the Undercover Witch, and today we are doing our fire sign readings. So this reading is for you if your rising sign is in Sagittarius. Your rising sign is all about how you're perceived by the world. It's kind of like the I don't know, it's just how you kind of come together. It's how all of the other signs in your chart show up to other people. So you may have your own reasons of doing things, but this is what it looks like to others. It can also be really related to your aesthetic, how you physically look and appear to others. So it's pretty cool. I really like the rising sign. I think that whole idea of that one is the coolest. But I'm going to be using the rising signs today to basically split up different groups of people, and let's look at how you're being viewed by the universe. How's the universe interpreting your actions? How are the people around you interpreting your actions? How are those affecting your manifestations and your karma and the things that are moving forward in your life? So we're going to be using, to start off with, the karma cards. We're just going to pull 3 cards. There's signs, houses, and planets. So we're going to do 1 card of each section, and it makes like a little sentence. We'll see how that goes. We also have the archetypes deck. That's going to be the main portion of our reading. That also has different sections, but we're not using it that way. And then I have these transparent cards that I do not have the information for. I told Aries that I was going to try to link all of the cards that I own in my about section in my channel so that y'all could always go look at it or whatever, but we'll see. Let's get started. So if I remember correctly, it's supposed to be planets, signs, houses. There's a certain order to this, or it just doesn't make sense. Or it does make sense, and it makes it even more confusing when it doesn't make sense because there's 2 sides to each card. Ridiculous. So let's get a Sagittarius. Okay, we got Neptune. Let's do signs. So Neptune is about sacrifices. In Taurus. Interesting. That's my rising sign. That has nothing to do with what sign you're supposed to be. It's just interesting. Let's see. In your 11th house, which is all about honestly, it's about a lot of things. It's kind of, it's perfect for rising sign because it's kind of how you're viewed and kind of what you see yourself doing moving forward. Like what's the word? Your desires, but I don't, like, for the future. Anyway, let's read these. Inspire others with your beliefs for humanity's sake. So be honest. Talk about the things you believe in. Don't hide them away or lie unless you know you got to for your safety. I get it. Be prepared to sacrifice for the cost of your hopes and wishes. Yep. Yielding is the only way to use the most direct way and do it for the future. Yielding. The idealization of resources to maintain freedom, confusion regarding the practicality of associations, sacrifice resulting from the productivity of your circle of friends. So basically what I'm getting from this is the things that you are wanting to happen, like in the future, is being affected by how people are viewing you. Literally what this reading is about. It's being affected by how people are viewing you, like your beliefs, according to the universe, according to the people around you, society, are based off of how you're acting and how people are interpreting you and not what you actually want. So if you are honest about the beliefs that you have and about the things that you want for your future, things might get a little bit, like, start moving the correct way you want them to. And think about it this way, that let's say you want a new job. Maybe the perfect job is one friend away, you know, like you tell your friend, you know what, I'm unhappy at my job. I want to go work, I don't know, as a reporter. And they're like, oh my God, like, you know, I forgot to tell you, but I work at the news station and they have a job opening and let me talk to somebody for, you know, when you say things like that, I mean, it's different. But if you tell somebody like, man, I really like it here, it's great, and then, you know, everybody's like, wow, I'm so glad you like it here because you're really good at working, let's give you a promotion, and it's like more stuff to do, more stuff that you don't like to do, then it doesn't really help you much. So let's get into the archetype cards. Let's see what we got. Oops. Sorry, I'm dropping a lot here. Okay, so we have the heart. The vessel. Okay. So the heart, the vessel, the mystic, Thanatos, the creator. The thing that you're wanting in here, the thing you actually want, is being affected by what it's being carried in, aka you. Everything's connected. This card says everything is connected. It's all an interwoven web. And a lot of times when people refer to webs, they're talking about communications, so the way you connect with others. But we have the mystic and the creator. I feel like there's some part of you that knows this and that knows that you need to be more honest with yourself. And then also, I do think that there is a guide out there that's trying to help you create the vision that you want. And so they want you to know that you're holding yourself back in a way. And to do that, you need to change how people are perceiving you. Now, you don't actually have to say, like, this is what I want. Maybe it's just how you're behaving, how you're acting. You're acting not confident when you need to be confident, or that's really what I'm getting mostly. But the way you hold yourself, the way you talk, is really affecting what people think that you're capable of and the things that people think that you want. Let's say that you're really quiet because you just don't feel like talking to everybody. You're not necessarily shy, you're just really quiet. And so people are like, man, you know, there's this promotion, but it requires a lot of presentation and meetings. That person right there isn't good for it because they don't like talking to anybody. They're really quiet. I mean, if you actually do like talking to people and like it is easy for you to get out of your shell, you just don't feel comfortable at that workplace, or maybe you don't feel confident in yourself at that moment, whatever it is, the energy is just like, you don't want to do it, or, you know, it could be holding you back because you're not acting like yourself. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see what else we have. So we have the Ace of Cups. I know these are really hard to see. I'm so sorry. I should get like a folder or something. Like a folder. But we have the Ace of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So you're working hard towards something. You want to work towards like your emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness, which is good. I mean, these are good cards. I do see that happening in regards to tarot. So something good is coming in. I almost feel like you're worshiping yourself right now in a way, and your emotions and how you're feeling. And it's not something that you typically do. So when you're doing it, you kind of want the world to stop for a second and acknowledge, like, I'm in my emotions. Ooh. A lot to this. we do have the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So you're feeling stuck. You feel like you don't know how to move forward. Like you took too many steps in the wrong direction, which I think is interesting because we also have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So you're seeing it as you're stuck and you don't know what to decide, but in reality, you're pretty balanced out at the moment and you have two options, two opportunities to go the way that you want. You just have to pick one. We have the Ace of Wands as well. I think that the things that you want don't have to do with your job. I think that it's, if this is job related, because I just felt like it was based off of these cards and the Pentacles. But let's say you have a particular job that you're looking towards and it's not about the job, it's about the money, or it's about what it can provide you, like in the easiest way. And you're looking at two options that both get you that way. If you don't really care about the job and you're just interested in the money, then that's okay. You don't have to have like a fulfilling job. You can just do something where you're just on autopilot all day doing whatever, as long as you're making enough to support yourself, or you're closer to that, closer to your own goal. But we do have the Star reversed and then the Three of Wands. So that's about like deciding your hopes, your future, your dreams. But that Three of Wands is also about having the world in your hand and being able to look out and see what you want. So you're kind of holding that world inside of you. You don't really want to let it go, but it's time. It's time to admit the things that you want and be confident in those things. You don't need anybody else to justify them. And who knows, maybe you do find something that you really, really enjoy. You know, art or something like humanities related, something that you feel like you wouldn't normally be able to make money in, and that's the reason why you're chasing for money. That's another thing is I feel like maybe you're like, man, I really want to do accounting. So you're telling everybody you want to do accounting because you can make money off of that. You can get a job off that. But in reality, you just want the money to support your art habits. Well, why don't you just say, like, I wish I could make enough money being an artist and tell people that. You know what I'm saying? Like, market yourself and market the thing that you actually want to do. Think of it as marketing instead of just talking. But that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. So I hope this was helpful. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment down below. If you're interested in starting your own podcast, I am a Podbean affiliate, so you can go down below and use my affiliate link for 1 month off of any plan you choose. I also have a link with the Wisdom app. Sorry, I lost myself for a second. The Wisdom app. And for that, what that is it's just an app where you can ask hosts different questions and they can answer in like 1 minute audio. So it's kind of like a TikTok, but for audio. There's also a live feature where hosts can talk about a certain topic and invite guests on to talk about things. You can answer questions and do stuff too. So it's pretty cool. But if you've already liked, subscribed, commented on one of my videos, I'm very, very grateful. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great week.